afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Barely Necessities. That's laughingplace.com's live discussion of the latest Disney merchandise. I'm Rebecca Mosley, the site's co-founder, and alongside me is our site manager, Rebecca Burbank. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now, was this the first July 4th that you had with your fur baby? I was trying to remember.
Yes.
How
Yes.
did it go?
It was good. We didn't go see fireworks. There were fireworks in the neighborhood. Like we could hear stuff. She was chill.
Oh,
Like
good.
sometimes she'd perk her head up, like, what's going on? But she was really, really calm. So
Oh, I'm so glad because I know a lot of my friends. That's a challenging evening. In our family, we actually went over to the next county because
okay.
here no fireworks of any sort, nothing at all. So we took a drive and went over to a friend's house and had a little bit of safe and sane firework fun, as they describe it. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, so I'm still enjoying a little bit of the sulfur smell. I think maybe still a little bit in the hair. The car had a little bit of ash on it, so it was a good evening as far as I was concerned. Gonna toss out a hello to
Hi.
Charles. Hey, over there in Brooklyn, New York. My dad went to school over that way. Let's see. We've got so much
I
to
know.
talk about. I was looking over your list and getting excited at all the variety of things we've got to share. And we're starting off with some ornaments.
Yes, Christmas in July, of course. We're past that halfway to the holidays, so now it's time to start thinking about decorating for the winter season. And we've got this lovely Ariel live action Little Mermaid ornament here. I'm so happy to see that they've included her, and I really like how this looks. I think
I
it's
was
gorgeous.
I was going to say this translucent nature of the mermaid tail with the wave, and then you've also got Scuttle, the diving bird. You've got that film's rendition of Sebastian and Flounder. So a sweet look at that film. Diving back into like classic films,
Mhm.
they've got a lot of ornaments celebrating films from the past. A lot of anniversary ornaments I noticed.
Yes, I was very surprised at how many films are having milestone anniversaries, I should say,
Yeah,
because every film has an anniversary.
for sure, for
But
sure.
I'm assuming we'll be getting more throughout the season, but this is really cool. Yeah, like Brother Bear, I was, whoa, where did
Right,
that come from?
exactly. And what a sweet image. You've got Kenai and Coda in the, catching that breeze. You've got the paw print on the ornament. Here we have Bruce sneaking up on poor Marlin and Dory. We have
Yes.
Flick,
I
right?
Flick, I love this movie. This is Pixar's second film, I think, after Toy Story. And yeah, I'm very happy to see A Bug's Life getting a little bit of love.
So, like I say, lots of unique moments from those films too. Maybe scenes we haven't seen before in ornament form. So be sure to take a look at the roundup we've got of the various storybook ornaments. I mean, even Roger Rabbit.
Yes.
So check out the article. It'll be linked below. It is the Shop Disney 2023 collection that's been unveiled during this Christmas in July dynamic.
Yes. I know.
Oh,
So great. All of them are so great. I'm already blown away by what we've have so far, and I'm guessing it's only going to get better.
and as always, these articles do feature affiliate links, and we
Yes.
really appreciate the support that you're shopping through our site. You come to our site, learn about the merchandise, click on the links we have, and then we receive a small affiliate commission, which, as you know, helps provide some of the funding around the site to keep things going around here, keep us having some fun, bringing you Disney news and information like this nuiMO that
Yes.
I had snuck in. I had not seen that Cindy was part of the nuiMO family.
Oh, it really snuck in. They had on the Disney Shop Disney homepage or the new arrivals, they had a whole bunch of things that were coming, and I happened to fall upon the nuiMO page and I was like, wait a minute, they said Cinderella's coming. So I had no idea, and she showed up on Monday. So yes, very
Incredibly adorable
to see her. And I love that she's wearing her gown, her blue gown. This just makes most sense to me that you would present her this way, but she looks so happy.
Can say hi to Jeannie. Hey, how you doing? We also have a casual outfit for your nuiMO, inspired by the pink dress that Cinderella herself crafted in hopes of going to the ball before her evil stepmother
I know.
ripped and encouraged her stepsisters to rip it to shreds in a very troubling scene.
I can still remember that. I can still remember that scene like so vividly, and being so heartbroken for her in that moment. Even though you know it goes on to get better, it's just like, oh.
Oh, Carmen thinks this is cute. Donna thinks Cinderella's cute as well. Caleb stopping by to say hi. We really appreciate the hellos out there. Next up, continuing with some plushy, squishy fun. Munchlings. There's more.
Yes. And these are classic couplings. So I wasn't sure where they were going with this, but we've got another series of micro plush. We've got Thomas O'Malley and Duchess. As I will say, as always, you get only one when you purchase the mystery plush. But if you get everything or get a couple of them together, they kind of pair up. So we've got Thomas O'Malley and Duchess. We've got Minnie Mouse and Mickey Mouse, and then Mochi and Baymax from Big Hero 6. Baymax is strawberry oat milk, and Mochi is a salted caramel cookie, which I thought was such a cute take.
I agree 100%. I'm just in like kind of a state of confusion because Thomas O'Malley is a fried chicken sandwich.
Yes. It is a little confusing.
Okay. I'm just like, wait, is there there's something I'm forgetting. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. Duchess is a creme brulee milkshake. See, that makes I'm totally with that. I get that. You know, creme brulee. We got that little French flair. You know, okay. I'm good with that. I love how Minnie is an everything bagel sandwich.
Yes. I was trying to figure out what she could be based on just the image alone. I'm like, she looks like she's a bowl of ramen, but also she looks like a stuffed potato, but we've done potato before. I'm like, what could this be? And yeah, everything bagel sandwich with a Mickey Mouse iced cookie latte. So kind of your, breakfast at the coffee shop, right?
Yeah. So I can see the eggs, right? Her ears look like little, sliced hard-boiled eggs there to me. So yeah, just this is a really it's such a creative way of re-envisioning the characters, and as a very different line. I am fascinated by it, but it's not necessarily something I'm jumping at to see. Yes, no, it's not a blueberry bagel sandwich. I think that was a guess at some other point or something, right, Becca?
I think he's actually referencing when we were in Ohio earlier this year. We went for breakfast sandwiches, and I requested an everything bagel, and they served it to me on a blueberry bagel.
Oh,
and
ouch.
we were heading somewhere else, and we had a time crunch, so I didn't go back to request a different one. We had gotten out to our car and opened our sandwiches, and was like, well, I can't go back. I'm not gonna go back in now. They were busy, so
that's a bummer when you're expecting savory and you get.
It was disappointing.
Doesn't hit the spot in the same way.
No.
Those that mini everything bagel. Oh, this is going to show the next thing. But that mini everything bagel and the Mickey latte, those are available as standalone. That larger than what we're calling medium size plush. You can find those there. Those are more like a cuddly pillow size as opposed to the ones that come in the blind box. They're more like palm squishy. Doobie is like, that is not acceptable. We will avenge you. Continuing,
I appreciate it.
With the variant of character representation.
Yeah.
Okay, Doobie, I'm gonna say take a look, think about it for a moment, see if you can guess which classic Disney prince has been redesigned in a way here, re-realized, because this is a Beauty and the Beast themed outfit that they've got him attired in, and that is
Yes.
not his film.
Yes.
His film is not Beauty and the Beast. But this is part of the ILY, the I Love You Forever, I Love You Forever collection that we've seen, and this is Aladdin.
Aladdin. Yeah, you got the long hair there. I'm like, okay, I kind of get that. There's a little that looks more Aladdin to me, but maybe it's because the Agrabah shirt is a dead giveaway.
Yeah, I like it.
But this is the first male doll we've seen in this "I Love You Forever" line, so that's kind of encouraging that we'll hopefully get more princes or prince-inspired looks as time goes on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm too old for this this series, and I don't have any. Or my nieces and nephews are too young. So
I remember what a big deal it was when Ken had Ken came out who had brushable hair, and I think he also had like scruff face, so like you had like a little toy that when you put it on his face, it was like would lose the 5 o'clock shadow that he would get. That's like part of my memory is kind of, it was like a combo of he had hair and scruff, but
Okay.
but don't quote me on that. Going back many decades to my childhood. But no, it's exciting to see a prince among the ILY, and like I say, I'm loving the combable hair, especially
Yes.
for Aladdin. Along with the dolls, they've got a variety of play sets. This one, of course, you can see it's inspired by Space Mountain. So you have a telescope, a sleeping bag with the various Tomorrowland attraction ride vehicles and silhouettes among the visual there, along with a notepad and telescope for your evening views. Dolls checking out the astro world.
Yes. Yes.
I was astronomy. That's the word I was looking for. Checking out astronomy. And then they also have released Becca a Haunted Mansion ensemble.
Yeah, I think this is a lot of fun. I like the sheer top there, which you would wear over the tank top, of course, and the skirt that looks like the wallpaper in the Haunted Mansion. We got a little Madame Leota purse. Yeah, this is fun. So far the previous outfits had all been like character inspired, and so now we're kind of getting into some attraction inspired looks, which I think is a lot of fun. Or accessories.
And along with the release of the Aladdin Prince doll, right? You've also they're releasing this outfit that you can dress your previous dolls in. That's obviously inspired by Princess Jasmine.
Yes.
You have a lovely Jasmine bag, these beautiful strapped sandals, a peacock, patterned dress with the Agrabah on the bodice. So really attractive outfit.
I like this a lot.
This is a dress shop style, right?
Yeah. I would totally wear that.
Yeah, they need to do it. I'd be really loving it if it was like a pantsuit. Can I be honest?
Okay. Yeah.
I love it as a. I know that's kind of a more of a thing right now. The pantsuit's kind of coming back. So yeah, I am. Yeah. Let's see. Over in the Funko land, if you are continuing to collect those, Becca has found some Funko Soda figures.
Yeah, I got an email that this was coming last week, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get the article up. This is going to go so fast. Hasn't sold out yet, but I think this is such a cool concept. Kyle and I actually purchased one for ourselves. This is a 6-pack of Funko Soda, and it comes with an actual Loungefly cooler bag. So you can store your soda pop or your Funko sodas in this in this bag, but then you can also use the bag practically as well. So yeah, Peter Pan characters, and there's 6 of them. You will get all 6, and you'll get the Loungefly bag as well. There's also some chase variants. 1 in 6 chance for the chase. I thought at first that meant you would get an entire case or like an entire 6-pack of just chase, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think people will wind up with, I think there's a better chance you'll wind up with 1 chase throughout your standard pack. So
now, with the soda figures, are those typically the same size as the regular Funkos? Or is that about the scale you're looking at?
They're not. They don't have the big heads because they'll fit in a soda can, but they do measure that like about 4 inches tall. Okay. So height wise, it's going to be the same, but it's not going to take up as much space in your display case.
I like this little like repeating gift with your images like cycling through,
right?
But yeah, I love how the Tink Chaser is her all heated when she ends up stuck in the drawer and becomes bright red there with the thimble. So,
and that's supposed to glow, as is TikTok Croc. So if we get any of the chases, I hope we wind up with the diamond Wendy. I think is my favorite of the chases. But Kyle was also pretty impressed with the Red Hot Tinkerbell.
I'd want the Shadow Peter.
Okay.
I love that idea.
Yeah. So
cute. Clever concept coming from the Funko Soda line. Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see if we see this kind of continue, because a neat way to package that Peter Pan collection. So,
yes.
Now we're heading over to Disney 100.
Mm-hmm.
I am in love with this line.
Okay. I don't know that I would say it's my favorite of what we've seen so far, but I do like this a lot. The special moments. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No. It's very much inspired by music and musical characters throughout the Disney films. So we actually have 2 articles on the site, but we're going to look at the ones that we have in-person photos from the park. So yeah, this spans everything, like the entire 100 years. You've got band leader Mickey there. Hyacinth Hippo is in there. You've even got characters like Joe Gardner and Miguel from Coco. So, and Turning Red is featured as well. I know I just mentioned a bunch of Pixar, but we've also got Princess and the Frog with Lewis there on his trumpet, right?
I love that these aren't just picked from the film. It's not like they just took a still from what we're familiar in seeing them, that these are uniquely drawn for this merchandise line. So it's Tiana in a way we haven't seen her specifically. It's Big Al. It's like I say, and that's the other neat thing, is that because they're doing that, then now they're able to have both character from movies and shorts and the Disney parks. So it's a lot of when I saw this, I was like, oh yes, this is this is the kind of thing I'm excited and looking forward to when you kept hearing about that Disney 100 celebration coming, because you've got items that go all the way back to, I want to say it's Fun and Fancy Free, where we meet the golden harp from Mickey and the Beanstalk, all the way to now with, Encanto and Tiana. So that breadth of that Disney history, the palette on this with the pinks and the purples on the background, so that the brights of the characters pop in the foreground. Like I say, when this one crossed my screen today, prepping for this, I was like, oh, this one, I'm a big fan of it.
Do you have a favorite item, or is there, like, if you were to go to Disney tomorrow and purchase some of this stuff?
I love the shirt. I didn't get to poke through enough to see if they had like I think this is something where I would like it as like a hoodie, but the shirt is, I think the shirt is the way to go. I think I saw a cap if I remember correctly, I was looking through because it was one of those things where I was like, oh, the mug. I like the mug. That'd be a fun way, start the day with a cup of coffee with that. And then I was like, oh, the socks are kind of cute.
They do have two
and
hoodies on Shop Disney. One is
Okay.
a zip front and the other's a pullover.
Oh
So,
wow. Okay, I'll have to check
so
those
you
out.
could, yeah, there might be something there that absolutely speaks to you.
Oh, and this blanket. That was the
Yeah.
other thing. I was like, wow, okay, I would have to be like looking through the line and figure it out because there's so many different pieces. Even they even have a frame.
Yes. Yes, they do. I like that. I think that's especially if you're looking for something a little bit maybe not understated. If you don't want to go in all in on merchandise, but you do want something to commemorate the 100th anniversary, like this is perfect. And you can, of course, put whatever photo in there that you want, but I think that's a fun way to celebrate.
I think that's my favorite Mickey.
Okay.
I think in right now, just looking at that, I'm like, you know what? I feel like when I see that Mickey, that's the Mickey that is like the childhood memory Mickey.
Okay.
Like the one that really pops out at me. And it's because of the Mickey Mouse Club when I was, little. Because it's not this band concert Mickey.
Sure.
It's that band leader Mickey. So yeah. Yeah, I think that's why this collection jumped out at me, was that inclusion of the band leader Mickey in some of the items. So I think I would have to look and see which ones, showcased him. See, like he's not on the front of this. So I feel like this one is like drawing me in a little bit, but not as much as that frame.
Okay.
So it's really funny. So, and see, Donna's with me. Yes, Mickey. Band leader Mickey. He's the leader of the band. It's one of my favorite Mickey shirts I have, is leader of the band with band leader Mickey. And I still remember my Mickey Mouse lunchbox, from the Mickey Mouse Club when I was little.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, okay. Continuing with things that Rebecca really loves, they have a Cinderella watch over there at Citizen. They're almost convincing me that analog watches are going to make a comeback.
Right.
But we've got Cinderella leaving the ball. This is stunning design.
Yes. Yes, this is artwork. The design is by Jeff Shelley, who's a longtime Disney artist. Yeah, she's fleeing the palace because it's midnight. But you do still get her in that gorgeous gown. So I do like this. I think this is it. I like the simplicity of the band, but then just everything is happening on the watch face, right?
I'm not used to seeing Citizen go with such bold designs on the face. So to have like a sequence like this on the face, to me, is not something that, when I think of Citizen watches, I don't think of necessarily this level of graphic design on the front. I think of them more as being like, maybe a silhouette of a slipper, or and that may be my unfamiliarity with the brand, but just my initial thought when I saw this was like, wow, okay, that's a lot to look at on this. So you have that Citizen crafting, but then with the more bold visual on the face. It comes with this pin, a glass slipper on a pillow, and the back has "A dream is a wish your heart makes" etched in the back of the watch there, along with the Disney Princess logo.
Yes.
So beautiful from Citizen. And like I say, we've been sharing a few Disney Citizen watches over the course of this Disney 100 celebration. So be sure to check out, if you're someone who loves Disney and loves Citizen watches, be sure to keep an eye out, because it does seem like that's a continuing partnership through this period of celebration. Within the world of the Disney 100, Mattel is offering a unique doll. It seemingly steps out of the film.
Yes. This is a little weird for me personally, but I can understand why someone would want this in their collection. Yeah, we're recreating that moment where she eats the cake, then she grows too big for the White Rabbit's house. And I like that they've posed her with her arms like, what's going on?
I love when I was little, this would have been one of the things I would have been begging for. to be in my doll collection. And I know that sometimes with these the it's more of a collector's price. So like for the example, this one, you're looking at it's a pre-order currently.
Mhm.
It's $100. So this isn't, the one that you're going to just pull off the shelf and play with in the tree
Right.
in the backyard like I did with my dolls growing up. But oh, to have Alice with the house, and they've even got the little white rabbit to have in scale, so you can have a nice little shelf in your room with it. The house can be removed, as you see
Yes.
here, and it has sculpted furniture. So you can either have it as a display together like this, or you can, put it on her little head and recreate the moment. You can see in the way that they've set it up, you've got the white rabbit, kind of off there as if he's running up to house looking for Marianne, just like in the film. So yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see how this does.
Yeah.
Because this is not a typical Mattel choice that we've seen. Where
No.
you've got the moment in time, and look at the box. The box is her falling down the rabbit hole. So it itself is beautiful, collectible as well. If you're someone who's going to keep her in the box,
Right.
why would you do that?
Well, you could still display her, and then you could keep the box on
True.
display as well.
Yes, that can be in the background. That can be
Yeah.
the backdrop for your doll display. Good point. In the world of things that Becca and I think are extremely jealous, our teammates have had the opportunity to see is Rogers the Musical. Our Mike Celestino and Ben Breitbart were actually at Disney California Adventure.
Mhm.
You can see videos of the full show on our YouTube. You can learn about the kind of behind the scenes creation, how it came to be. You can find articles and videos about that on Laughing Place and our YouTube channel. So if you are excited about this and maybe won't get there like some of us, you can still be a part of the fun thanks to their efforts. But Becca, you're going to tell us about the merchandise you can get.
Yeah, we don't have a ton of new merchandise, but we do have a Rogers the Musical shirt. You've also got that really cool keychain, and there's, I think, some ornaments and also a sign. Like you can put yes, just simple sign. Instead of like a playbill, I could totally see myself acquiring one of these, and then a die cut magnet, because why not? I mean, how cool would that look on your refrigerator? That would look good on any refrigerator.
That's what's catching my eye. That will have to be on my shopping list if I get there in time. Is a Rogers the Musical die cut magnet, because it's not something that's going to take up a lot of space, and there's this thing coming to be. Just actually, the fact that this is actually on a stage being performed right now for people still is hysterical to me.
Yes.
And yeah.
No. Like you have to wonder when they did it when they did the thing in Hawkeye, if they knew the response from the audience was going to be so great that they would have to put it on stage. I mean,
right? Exactly. And I haven't had a chance to check it out yet, but the creative team were there. They did a question and answer. We have a how it came to be article on Laughing Place. When you're at the park, also, by the way, they have popcorn buckets with this Rogers the Musical logo on it. They have those for sale, and it comes with red, white, and blue popcorn, which I think is so clever and fun.
I think it's kettle corn, I want to say, because I love kettle corn. So that right there, I'm like, that just elevated the popcorn snack. It just took it up to the next level.
So lots of fun being had at the Disneyland Resort, specifically Disney California Adventure with Rogers the Musical. It's there now through August 31st. So if you are a Marvel fan and are hoping to see it, it's a small window. I don't know why they're doing that to us, but it's a small window. Hopefully we'll hear the extended performance, or Goofy wrote down the wrong date on the calendar. We're sorry, it'll actually be here longer. So.
Or maybe it'll be something they'll pull out. Well, I don't know. Maybe they can pull that out every year, or do a Memorial Day to Labor Day type thing or something.
Yeah.
If it's a big enough draw. I mean, I don't know. I imagine it's got to be a lot to plan a show for the Hyperion Theater and then figure out,
Yeah.
all of it. But why not?
Over in the Lucasfilm world, Indiana Jones is in theaters once again. You can find lots of information about it on Laughing Place. Indiana Jones is wandering Adventureland at Disneyland. We've got footage of that on our YouTube channel. Mike Celestino's written a review of the film. I think it's Mike. I'm gonna say it's Mike because I know Mike is our Lucasfilm guy. But Becca is sharing with you a cuddly Indiana Jones.
Yeah, what an interesting choice. I don't know how many kids who might want to build a bear are fans of Indiana Jones, but you never know. We all develop our love for characters at various ages, right? So yeah, this is the Happy Hugs Teddy, and this gift set comes with the Indiana Jones outfit, which includes, of course, the fedora. We've got the jacket with the shirt is sewn in there, so it's one piece,
Gotcha.
but it looks like he's got the shirt and the jacket, and then he's got the pants, the shoes, and his trusty whip. He looks so happy.
Because of the way he's like presented here and the way the logo is on the jacket, I feel like this is the Indiana Jones Epic Stunt Spectacular Bear.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, this isn't the movie bear. For me, when I looked at this, I was instantly brought to that stage show at Disney Studios. And so this is Harrison Ford's stunt double.
Yes.
A cuddly form with his jacket and fedora. So by the way, if you already have a cuddly teddy bear and you just want to dress him up, you can get the Indiana Jones costume just on its own. You can get that fedora and hat and hat. No, the fedora hat and whip and everything separate. You do not have to purchase it. It's not only available as a assortment there. Kevin Bersard, exactly.
Aw, Kevin. I can't believe he's still working the show. We saw him as Indiana Jones, and then he was kind enough to sign our autograph books. I was like, oh, he's probably one of the few people who could actually sign an autograph. He signed it as his name, but then he put underneath Indiana Jones. So because as a kid you're like, who is Kevin? But
that's awesome.
So yeah, long time ago.
And now you can get this bear and you can take it and he can sign the back of the jacket. And you can have your own little precious collectible from the Epic Stunt Spectacular, which is still all these years later on my must-do list when I go to the parks, which is rather amazing.
Have you ever been in the show?
No, I've never volunteered. I've never even. It's not even something that I've tried. I enjoy it too much. So yeah, so I have a good time. And it was my toddler's. It was when my now teen was a toddler. He loved that show. And one of the neat things about the way the location is designed was it's right next door to the Backlot Express. And so I could easily get just a meal there and sit and enjoy the shaded table while he could kind of catch enough of the show at that young age that it would, it was good because it wasn't necessarily going to hold his attention the whole time. So it's kind of, like that on the cursory. And so it's one of my favorite memories is how many times we sat, over in that area and just kind of got to be, and we did actually go in the theater too and watch it plenty of times.
Right. but
yeah, no, there's those little unique kind of, what locals experiences that I have. So maybe that's why this jumped out at me in that way. From the world of Star Wars, which is also Lucasfilm, we've got some Target exclusives, some Black Series figures, including this very ominous and beautifully crafted Darth Vader with Anakin exposed.
Yes, this is the Darth Vader duel, and in parentheses, duel's end. So this is from the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and Yeah, I'm really impressed with this.
Mm-hmm.
I
It was striking.
like I because this is something that's, well, it's a Target exclusive, but still, these are one of these things where they're like mass producing it, and it's a 6-inch figure, so it's still like a very special collectible, but it's something that people or kids might play with as well.
Right.
I but it's Hasbro, so I'm certain they're going to keep a really good consistency with the way the figures look, but that's a lot to ask, I think, for such a small figure to have this much detail. It's just incredible.
Yeah, and that was an amazing moment within
Mhm.
the series, and the fact that they're able to capture it as beautifully as they did with this, like you say, in essence, toy,
Yeah.
is is amazing. These are pre-orders opening later this month,
Yes.
Rebecca.
July 14th exclusively at Target. And then it's supposed to arrive, the figures themselves should arrive sometime in the fall.
And
These
in
are,
it,
go
I
ahead,
was
sorry.
going to say, in addition to the Darth Vader figure, we also have Commander. I'm going to say Oppo. It
Yeah, I
may
think
be
that's what I would say.
Oppo. Yeah, Oppo.
Oppo.
He's part of the delightful team that were Order 66 and in the Jedi Temple specifically.
Mhm.
So yeah, so not the most cheery
Right.
moment aspect of the Star Wars universe, as it were, but that would be this particular character's story arc. So these are both Target exclusives,
Mhm.
and more information can be found on the site. Continuing to channel the dark side, as Becca's headline says, we've got a Darth Vader ear headband.
Yeah, this was another one of the large, Monday was a huge merchandise dump on Shop Disney, and this was one of the little gems that popped up. These Darth Vader ears, I like these a lot. I'm not going to purchase them because I I don't have room, but I do like this, and I think the veil is an interesting choice, kind of like the back of the helmet, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like that they went there. um,
Totally. Yeah. No, I hadn't thought about. I was trying. Honestly, I was trying to figure out why have the headpiece that way. But no, you're right. It captures that
or
silhouette. No,
even the
it captures
cape
your.
too.
Yeah, exactly. No, it captures that Darth Vader silhouette of that curve. That his helmet and then continued into the cape brings out. So a subtle nod to that foreboding silhouette. You also have his chest plate
Mhm.
reflected, and the red that
Yes.
as it pops up here and there, including the saber. When it comes to Vader, for me, it's Mustafar. That's where my brain goes when I see the red. But I know it's also the lightsaber. So once again, this is a new Darth Vader ear hat that
Mhm.
popped up. And with that, Becca, we are to that point of the day where we get to learn all about the things that we didn't talk about and are reported on the site.
Yes. Oh, I think I've got I maybe I sent you the older list
Oh,
that was
did I download an old list? It's
possible.
possible.
I might have sent you an old list, but we can talk about I can work my way
Oh no,
through
it's
that.
on me. That's on me. I can see the other file. If you start talking, I will download.
Sure. No, you're great. We have, of course, Pintastic Tuesday again, and today just a simple collection. There's a Disney Vacation, or not Vacation, Disney Visa card member exclusive, as well as a few designs from that Disney 100 Special Moments collection. Baby Groot collections, a few items for kids, specifically for kids on Shop Disney. Really, really cute with Groot in his younger years. We have Mickey animal print on a Crocs, on a bucket hat, and on a Loungefly backpack. So if you want to go a little, and ears. So if you want to go a little wild, there's some fun designs there. I don't know if you had seen these, Rebecca, the pearlized Starbucks tumblers. They're very pretty. They represent parks, the domestic parks, so Disneyland's parks, and then Walt Disney World's as well. We've got Mickey and Friends stretchable arms characters, or figures over at Disneyland. So these are really interesting, very, very interesting choice. If you're going to be at San Diego Comic-Con, UCC Distributing has some giveaways and new products, including these really large free Disney durable bags that you can pick up, I think, one every day of the convention. The Disney 100 Lego Castle that we had talked about previously is on Shop Disney as well as at Lego. And then back to school essentials over at Shop Disney, a lot of clothing and then backpacks and water bottles, stationery. Scarlet Witch mini backpack has been restocked not only in the parks but also on Shop Disney. And finally, today Hasbro tweeted out this cryptic Arabesh tweet about something related to Star Wars. It turns out it's going to be a new HasLab project, and I believe it's through the Vintage collection. So kind of that older looking version of the characters or of the action figures that we're used to. Mike has an article about that and speculating what we might be getting. So pretty exciting.
And with San Diego Comic-Con around the corner, stay tuned to Laughing Place because we do our best to keep you up to date on what's happening within that Disney universe there at Comic-Con. And let's see, I'm trying to think, what else do we have going on? If Kyle's in the chat, he can jump in and tell me what other things we should talk about, because I'm used to, because it's Wednesday.
I know.
Here on Tuesday. And I've got my little wrap up, just talk about my husband's upcoming trivia contest. But no, it's Tuesday. He won't be here till Saturday night. But if you're around on Saturday night, pop in. We have live Disney trivia. It's a lot of fun. 2 different trivia contests, about 10 to 13 questions, depending on all things Disney. You can compete head to head. It's a lot of fun. It's more about the Disney fun of, just having chatting about all things Disney along with fellow fans. Here we go. Kyle coming in with Zacks of Live tomorrow at 1 Pacific, so you can enjoy their banter about Marvel, the latest secret identity. They do a really great job of having a spoiler-free discussion and then labeling spoilers so you can enjoy it, because I watched them last week before I had seen it.
Okay.
And I very much appreciated okay, turn away, don't listen to us until this banner goes. And then I was able to take that down and join the fun later and then enter into the episode without being spoiled. So I appreciate that, you guys. You had my back. I appreciated that. So yeah, we're Laughing Place. We discuss all things Disney all the time. We've got a number of fans who help us keep you informed about what's happening, whether it's Marvel, Star Wars, the Disney parks, Disney Plus. There's some new stuff on Disney Plus, and we let you know about that as well. And because sometimes it doesn't quite pop up in your face, and you stumble on it months from now. And as we've seen with content coming and going, we're going to do our best to let you know when stuff comes, so that way you don't miss it before it goes. Because they don't let us know when it goes yet. Doing that, they'll tell us when it's coming. They don't tell us when it's going. So we at least will let you know when it's coming.
Yes, we will.
So thanks everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now. I sound so old saying tuning in because nobody's tuning in.
No. It's YouTube. It's a television. You tune in.
Okay. Thank you for your permission of my antiquated language. Bye, everyone.